Hola, what's up? Happy Saturday morning. Hope you're having a good day. Good day so far. Hold on one second. Alrighty. Hello to the one person. Hope it sounds alright. Trying to get everything situated. Wish it was brighter. That's dark. My computer has a little delay. Guess I'll go with that one. I like that one. Let me get a little closer. Alrighty. One person on so far. Got a couple people. How you doing today? So, if you clicked on this, I'm sure you have an interest in the Bible. Saying the chat's disconnected. Hmm. It might be my Wi-Fi. Okay, it's successfully connected. Huh. Maybe I'll... Hello. How you doing today? Alrighty. I'm in this live stream and I'll... Oh, got a couple people. How you guys doing today? I'm waiting on people to join. Start reading what I have here. I have let me turn on the volume a little bit second. Sorry about all the traffic. Live right next to a main road, but yeah, I was every now and then I like to like flip to random um, pages in the Bible and read Bible verses. And we have this old Catholic book. Yeah, man, I know how it is. It's a struggle for me every day to get through the week, and I look forward to week. All right, that's annoying. There's like a delay in the sound, and I keep hearing myself. But yeah, explain my court case. What do you mean? I don't have a court case. Explain your court case. Anyways, yeah, every now and then I like to flip to like. Anyways, that's annoying. I like to flip to like random pages in the Bible, and we got this old Catholic book that's been in my girl's family for a while, and I flipped to a random page and I found this little leaf. It's like a three-leaf clover, which is pretty weird. I found this in the Bible. I guess somebody in her family must have put it um, on this page, which is chapter Psalms chapter 30, uh, 38. No, 36. My bad. Um, I'm not a Bible scholar. Like I said, I just like to do this every now and then. And I flipped to this page, and I found it interesting. I wasn't even gonna do this. I was just gonna go live, but I figured, you know, I wouldn't mind talking about this verse. So I don't know if you guys read the Bible, any of you watching, but like I said, it's Psalms chapter 36, verse 16 is where I'm starting. No, I don't have TikTok. Yeah, this is an old Bible. Let me show you real quick what Bible. It's the one. Well, it's the Bible from the thumbnail, and it's real old, but I like it. I like the older Bibles. I feel like it's like more accurate information. Well, I'll read that one. I'll read that one. I don't have a TikTok, but I wanted to read this because I found it very interesting. Um, it starts off with verse, like I said, verse 16. Sorry about the traffic again. Um, but anyways, better is a little to the just than the great riches to the wicked of the wicked. Sorry, for the arms of the wicked shall be broken in pieces, but the Lord strengthened the just. The Lord knoweth the days of the unaffilled. Sorry, I don't have the best vocabulary. Unfilled. I don't know. And their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be confounded in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be filled. 20. Because the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord presently after they shall be honored and exalted, shall come to nothing and vanish like smoke. The sinner shall borrow and not pay again, but the just shall shower mercy and shall give. For such as bless him shall inherit the land, but such as curse him shall perish. With the Lord shall the steps of a man be directed, and he shall like well his way. When he shall fall, he shall not be bruised, for the Lord putteth his hand under him. I have been young, and now I am old. I am I have not seen the just forsaken, nor his seed seeking bread. He showeth mercy, and leadeth all the day long, and his seed shall be in blessing. Decline from evil, and do good, and dwell for ever and ever. For the Lord loveth judgment, and will not forsake his saints. They shall be preserved forever. The unjust shall be punished, and the seed of the wicked shall perish. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. I'm going to continue with until verse 40. So, but the just shall inherit the land and shall dwell there for evermore. The month of the just shall meditate wisdom, and his tongue shall speak judgment. The law of his God is in his heart, and his steps shall not be supplanted. The wicked watcheth the just man, and seeketh to put him to death. But the Lord will not leave him in his hands, nor condemn him when he shall be judged. Expect the Lord and keep his way, and he will exalt thee to inherit the land. When the sinners shall perish, thou shalt see. I have seen the wicked highly exalted and lifted up like the cedars of the Lebanus, I think. And I passed by, and lo, he was not, and I sought him, and his place was not found. Keep innocence, and behold justice, for there are remnants for the peaceable man, but the unjust shall be destroyed together. The remnants of the wicked shall perish, but the salvation of the just is from the Lord, and he is their protector in the time of trouble. And the Lord will help them and deliver them, and he will rescue them from the wicked and save them because they have hoped in him. Believing. What do you mean? Wait a second. The law in his heart, not in the Bible? No way. Wait a second. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the best vocabulary, nor do I read as often as I should. But I'm gonna continue on to um, chapter 37 here in a little bit. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about those verses. Thank you. I don't know what he means by. Well, thank you. I get subconscious about the vocabulary. Like I said, I don't read as often as I should. I agree. But I don't read as often as I should. Whether it's the Bible or other books. And okay, I'll read Romans, but which chapter, what verse? I want to finish with Palms chapter 37. Um, just finished 37. I won't go on to 38, but all right. I'm starting with Psalms 37, verse 1. A psalms for David for a remembrance of the Sabbath. Rebuke me not, O Lord, in thy indignation, nor chastise me in thy wrath. For thy arrows are fastened in me, and thy hand hath been strong upon me. There is no health in my flesh because thy wrath. There is no peace for my bones because of my sins. For my iniquities are gone over my head, and as a heavy burden are become heavy upon me. My sores are petrified and corrupted because of my foolishness. I am become miserable, and I have bowed down even to the end. I walk sorrowful all day long, for my loins are filled with illusions, and there is no health in my flesh. I am afflicted and humbled exceedingly. I roared with the groaning of my heart. Lord, all my desire is before thee, and my groaning is not hidden from thee. My heart is troubled, my strength hath left me, and the light of my eyes itself is not with me. My friends and my neighbors have drawn near and stood against me, and they that were near me stood afar off. And they that sought my soul used violence, and they that sought evils to me spoke vain things, and studied deceits all day long. But I, as a deaf man, heard not, and as a dumb man not opening his mouth. And I became as a man that heareth not, and that hath no reproofs in his mouth. For in thee, O Lord, I have hoped. Thou wilt hear me, O Lord my God. For I said, lest at any time my enemies rejoice over me, and while my feet are moved, they speak great things against me. For I am ready for scourges, and my sorrow is continually before me. For all, for I will declare my iniquity, and I will think for my sin, but my enemies live and are stronger than I, and they that hate me wrongfully are multiplied. They that render evil for good have distracted me, because I followed goodness. Forsake me not, O Lord, my God. Do not thou depart me from me. Attend unto my help, O Lord, the God of my salvation. So the reason why I wanted to read this whole verse, one, because like I said, flipping to I was like flipping to different amen. Oh, sorry. I was flipping to different verses. I found this little leaf right there, four-leaf clover, and this is a verse that stuck out to me. Because I felt tired. I felt weak. I felt um, like wicked men. I felt wicked men being propped up. I felt my uh, enemies trying to come against me. However you might put it, whether it's at work. Um, it just hit home, and with every part of it, even the part where he says, you know, uh, I don't know exactly what verse, but hold on, let me find it real quick. Oh yeah, it's Psalms chapter 37, verse 11. My heart is troubled, my strength have left me, and the light of my eyes itself is not with me. There's times where, I felt like, from being tired, and like my eyes have dulled, like they used to be like blue and popping. I know it may sound crazy, but now I feel like they have dulled, and they're, no longer the same as what they used to be. I don't know. Yeah, it is the Sabbath today. I thought it was always Sunday. Sorry, I'm trying to go back and read some of these comments. There's definitely a lot of them. Yeah, it's hard to respond to everything. It's just about making it enjoyable. You got to be into what you're reading, bro. Just diving into Wikipedia articles can increase your knowledge. I agree. Okay, I see you're saying Romans, if you're still there. I don't think it's right there. I know it's weird that it said something about honoring the Sabbath, and it happens to be a Saturday. And like I said, I just flipped to this verse. I didn't have it planned. I don't even know the Bible that well. This I'm just starting in it. I mean, I've read, like I said in the past, read different. I've read different. Like I've always enjoyed like flipping to different parts of the Bible and just reading the verse, a random verse, and just seeing if it applies to my life. I guess. The law is about self mastery. The New Testament is about calling another man to do what he did, not for yourself. That is not an honorable action. Read the Old Testament. Why would you go to Wikipedia? The guy was saying go to Wikipedia, but if you do not understand the words that you're speaking, you gotta go to the dictionary first. Right. I would agree. So this Bible I'm reading, the one on the thumbnail, it's not an Old Testament. It's a New Testament. Because I thought it was like a. It's old, so I thought it was an Old Testament. I might be ignorant on that, but I don't know who gets confused. But Wikipedia gets confused. Let me switch over to Romans. I gotta find it first. So is Romans before or after Palms? Because like I said, I really don't know. I just found something else. Flipping through this Bible. It's kind of like a old book card. It's an old fan. It's an old fan type thing. I could use that, dude. It's hot in here. And there's marriages. I think it's a marriage date, which I won't read that, but it's pretty cool. And it's in cursive. It's a little hard to read. It's a lost art, reading cursive. Alrighty. Trying to find Romans. Like I said, that's Ruth. I clean pools. That's what type of work I do. I'm a pool guy. Okay. Huh. I'm just gonna look it up real quick. I've listened to the Bible started listening to the Bible quite a lot through audiobooks, but I think I've made it to like Numbers a bunch of times. Let me look this up. I don't know. Why is it not giving me a correct answer? That's weird. Is the person that's wanted me to read Romans still here? I know there's only like one person right now. I don't even know if it's. Huh. Is it in this Bible? I mean, I think that might be a. Oh, right there. It might be a ignorant question, but I found it. I found it. It's in the back. It's in the back. All right. We go back to the live stream. Right now, there's nobody watching, so. No, it's in this Bible. I'm looking at it right now. Oh, RL. You wanted me to read it. I don't know if you're still here or if it's Nubs. Paul, a servant, this is chapter 1, Romans. Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of God, which he had promised before by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures, concerning his Son, who was made to him of the seed of David, according to the flesh, who was predestined, the Son of God in power, according to the Spirit of sanctification by the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ from the dead, by whom we have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith in all nations for his name, among whom are you also the called of Jesus Christ, to all that are at Rome, the beloved of God, called to be saints. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. First, I give thanks to my Lord through Jesus Christ for you all, because your faith is spoken of in the whole world. For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing, I make a commemoration of you, always in my prayers, beseeching that by any means I may at length have a prosperous journey by the will of God in coming to you. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual grace to strengthen you, that is to say, that I may be confronted together in you by that which is common to us both, your faith and mine. And I would not have you ignorant, brethren, that I have often proposed to come to you, and I have been hindered hitherto, that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among other nations, to the Greeks and to the barbarians, to the wise and to the unwise, I am a debtor, such as much as is in me. I am ready to preach the gospel to you also that are at Rome. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God unto salvation to everyone that believeth, to the Jew first, and to the Greek. For the justice of God is reveled therein from faith to faith, as it is written, the just man liveth by faith, liveth by faith. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all impiety and injustice of those men that detain the truth of God in injustice, because that which is known of God is manifest in them, for God hath manifested into them, yeah. For the invisible things of him, for the creation of the world, and clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, his external power also, and divinity, so that they are inexcusable, because that when they have known God, they have not glorified him as God, nor gave thanks, but became vain in their thoughts, and their foolish heart was darkened. For professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and they changed the glory of the incorruptible God, incorruptible God, into the likeness of an image of a corruptible man, and of birds, and of four-footed beasts, and of creeping things. That's definitely that's definitely interesting because I feel like that's what's going on right now. I feel like they're trying to corrupt um, like Christianity and different religions. To be honest, right, right, yeah, and we're that's probably what's gonna happen to us, unfortunately. I don't want to get into all that, all politics and stuff, and but R.I. Doesn't your book say faith without works is dead? So what would you consider works? Nubs, it sounds like you know a lot about the Bible, and I just started. Uh, like I said, I only looked into certain stuff before, so I'm not even familiar with certain verses like that. I know I've started listening to the audiobooks a couple times. It seems like you guys are having your own uh, sub conversation. So I'll let you guys have it. Um, speaking of, I like I have listened to the Bible like starting over a few times, and I've always liked the Book of Job, the suffering man. How he was tested. You know, and I've always enjoyed that part, and I feel like a lot of people. It's funny how like a lot of people seem to want to have faith just to be saved. In the end, and you know, I just believe in a creator. I'm not necessarily a certain religion. I don't subscribe to a certain religion myself. My family was always Christians, so I grew up Christian, going to church until as a kid I can't remember if I was ever baptized. Um, the rest of my family was, and I wanted to be baptized, and I'm thinking about going back to the church that we used to go to as a kid and getting baptized. But I don't know how that works if I don't necessarily subscribe to a certain religion. I just believe in a creator. I believe in you know being a good person. Not lying, cheating, you know, killing, all the basic stuff that any decent person should know that is you know wrong to do. You shouldn't do it or whatever. But sometimes I feel like people get caught up in the certain religions, and it starts fights and it starts wars. I don't know. Yeah, I struggle with that because I know I don't know. I watched my grandma. My grandma was highly religious. She was a good Christian. As probably the she never smoked, never drank, always read her Bible. always went to church, always gave money, and you know, she wasn't that prosperous in her life, and I know that's not everything, you know, but there was a part of me that always felt like she should have had more for how much, you know, faith she had, and it kind of threw me off, you know, from like, I don't know, believing that if you just have faith, you will prosper, you know. Maybe it's because it's not enough to just have faith. Maybe you got to do the good deeds like you're saying, you know. And I mean, I try to be a good person. I try to, you know, do what I can. I'm not rich or anything, but you know, if I have money to give, you know, I'll give it to homeless people, and you know, or anything to give. You know, I'm always trying to think of something like if I have clothes, you know, instead of just throwing them away, I always give them to a church or something. I'm not, you know, and I don't know, just basic stuff, you know. Um, yeah. There's another thing I struggle with when it comes to Christianity is, like I said, I don't know. Are you talking RL? Are you talking to Nums? Okay, okay. But as far as Christianity, because like I said, I don't know the whole Bible like that, but I know God said in the beginning that He was like the one and only God, and He only wanted you to believe in Him. And then Jesus came, and you know, in the Bible it said He came to save us and forgive us for our sins. Um, but how do we know? How do we know that wasn't written by men, by man? You know, how do we know? I'm not saying He wasn't the Son of God, and I definitely believe in Jesus, that He existed and what happened to Him. But it's hard for me to look at Him as God because I just believe in one God. I just believe in a creator. All right. I know you guys are having your own conversation, but I would like your thoughts on that. You know, if somebody could kind of clear that up, because I struggle with that, because I know it says in the Bible if you don't believe in Jesus that you're not going to be saved. But it also says to only believe in one God, the true God. So it's like, how do we, like I said, how do we know that, you know, read Psalms 89, it should clear it up a lot? Okay, I'll read it. But I guess what I'm saying is like, you know, what if by propping up Jesus, you're not believing in the true God? Like say in a world where, you know, Jesus was made up, wouldn't we all be deceived into worshiping a false, you know, person if he was made up by man and not the one true God? It just, and then another part of me thinks, well, if I'm not going to believe the Bible about Jesus, why am I going to believe the Bible about the one, only believing in the one true God? So it's a bit of a conflict there. But in my person, in my beliefs, I only believe that there's one creator, you know, in general. Like, and I know people say like God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost, sorry, are all like the same. So I just need to read up more on it, but it's something that, you know, I've struggled with. Tomato, tomato. Can I do your push? Are you talking to me, Nubs, about Palms 89, or are you talking to our? Because I know you guys are having your own conversation. It seems like, and I don't even. I feel like foolish because I don't know exactly what you guys are talking about. Well, let me go back to Palms 89, and I'll read what it has to say. Like I said, I'm not saying what I'm talking is fact or fiction. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying my thought process of the whole thing. Because I don't want to be the type of person to say, you know, my beliefs are the beliefs and the correct beliefs and argue with people and stuff like that. Yeah, I know you're just having a. I don't know. I don't know who you're talking to at this point, but you know, okay. One last, I don't know if this is considered blasphemy or not, but one last thing, since you guys are having a conversation, uh, what do you guys think about the fact that there was older religions before Christianity, and that some of the aspects of the Bible seem to be taken from older religions? Is that like bullcrap? You know, like the whole thing with the Olympics, and people believing that they were mocking the, which to me it seemed like they were, the setup definitely resembled the Last Supper, and I won't get into any more of that. But then they try to say it was based off of older mythology and stuff like that. So what do you have to say about that with the Bible being? So do you think the Bible is just a different story, a different version of those same stories? This is a really old Bible, so it's hard to like it got all the chapter numbers and like Roman numerals, so it's a little hard to figure out what's what because I'm not too familiar with all the Roman numerals. Well, that's one thing I struggle with is like how do you determine like what was written by man and what was like written, well, told to be written down by Jesus or God or whatever you may. I don't know if they specified. Um, they said something about a feast, that there was a feast in the Greek mythology, something like that, or even like their French history or stuff. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I didn't want to get too into it, but I know there is certain aspects that of the Bible and Christianity and stuff like that. Probably all religions that seem to have got an influence from older religions. Like I said, I don't. I know certain people believe in a bunch of gods, like you're saying, you know, but I definitely just believe in one creator, one creator of everything, and I don't know. It's like I feel right with what I believe, and I definitely like getting wisdom from the Bible because I feel like there's a lot of wisdom in here, whether you believe they're just stories, made up or whatnot. I believe there's a lot of wisdom in here, and there is probably the Word of God in here, regardless if man writ it down or. But it's like kind of separating what was written down by, you know, what man created and what God wanted in there, I guess. Yeah, but didn't they like pretty much like tell him? Didn't he like pretty much tell them what to write down? See, when it comes down to all that, I really don't know what's contested and what's not. I'm still trying to find this verse. Alrighty. And the last thing I want to do is like upset anybody, and go against their religion and their beliefs and what they believe in. And I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. It's just stuff that I have struggled with in my own life and my own beliefs. And I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be perfect and have it all figured out. I know some people get so defensive over their religion that it causes them to lash out at people and to fight people and to be vulgar and nasty. And it's like, that's the last thing I think a God would want you to would do. Would want you to do. I don't think God would want you to fight somebody, because God gave us. It says God gave us free will to decide for our own. You know, you can't make somebody come to your religion or believe in what you believe. And I feel like some people just get like nasty over it, and I don't think you should. It's I don't even. Does anybody? Do you know what an L is in Roman numerals? Anyways, let me look it up. $50. Okay, that helps. Okay, that helps. All right. So 50, 60. You wanted me to look up what? Palms 89. Okay, I'm only at 60. Okay. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Alrighty. No, that's not 89. Hmm. Okay. Alright, I found it finally. A prayer for the mercy of God, recounting the shortness and miseries of the days of man. A prayer of Moses, the man of God. Lord, thou hast been our refuge from generation to generation. Before the mountains were made, or the earth and the world were formed, for eternity and to eternity thou art God. Turn not man away to be brought low, and thou hast said, be converted, O ye sons of man, for 1,000 years is thy sight, or as yesterday which is past. And as I watch in the night, 5 things that are counted, nothing shall their years be. In the morning man shall grow up like grass, In the morning he shall flourish and pass away. In the evening he shall fall, grow dry, and wither. For in thy wrath we have fainted away and are troubled in thy indignation. Thou hast set our iniquities before thy eyes, our life in the light of thy. You know what? I just thought of something because I'll finish this, but light of thy countenance, for all our days are spent, and in thy wrath we have fainted away. Our years shall be considered as a spider, 10 the days of our years, and them are 60 and 10 years. But if in the strong thou be fourscore years, and what is more of them is labor and sorrow. For mildness is come upon us, and we shall be corrected. Who knoweth the power of thy anger, and for thy fear 12 can number thy wrath. So make thy right hand known, and men learn in heart and wisdom. Return, O Lord, how long, and be entreated in favor of thy servants. We are filled in the morning with thy mercy, and we have rejoiced and are delighted in our days. We have rejoiced for the days in which thou hast humbled us, for the years in which we have seen evils. Look upon the servants and upon their works, and direct their children. And let the brightness of the Lord our God be upon us, and direct the works of our hands over us. Yeah, the work of our hands do thou direct. Alrighty. Well, the thing I thought about is, since this is a Catholic Bible, does it say any? It's not going to say anything about Jesus, right? Is it? Does don't? Well, it's the old Catholics that don't believe in Jesus, right? They don't believe Jesus was the Messiah, but the New Age Catholics do. Do I have that right, or is that wrong? Because on the front of the Bible, it definitely has the picture of Jesus. So the Catholics created Jesus. I thought the Catholics didn't believe Jesus was the Messiah. But then what did they say? They got it wrong? Sorry, guys. It's probably like 85 degrees out here. And it's getting hot. Alright, it says the Ten Commandments tell you to not have any graven image, and they have an image of a dead man that never existed right there on the front. And you don't see this to be a little weird? So Nums, what? So you're saying that you agree with what I'm saying? Like you don't believe that, you don't know whether or not. Well, you're probably more certain than I. That you don't believe in Jesus being. I mean, I'm not saying you do or you don't, but are you agreeing with me what I said, like about not knowing whether or not Jesus is, the Lord? Right now, I looked up, do Catholics believe in Jesus? It says Catholics believe that Jesus is God incarnate, true God and true man, or both fully divine and fully human. Jesus, having become fully human, suffered our pain, finally succumbed to his injuries, and gave up his spirit when he said, it is finished. He suffered temptations but did not sin. Alrighty. I don't know the Bible talk you're saying. I'm sorry, but it says right here Catholics believe in one single God who made himself known to the world as three separate persons: God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Oh, okay. I know I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. So, you know, if Catholics believe that, yeah, I don't know about them, or hermetics, or however you pronounce that, but I feel like it's still drawing away from God being the one true God. If you're believing he was, I mean, if you're believing it's all the same person, then it's like tricky. It's I don't know. It's tricky to me. I don't know if that's like a trick or what, because in my heart it's saying to believe in one true God and not necessarily one true Creator of everything, and not um, get behind certain religions. And I feel like that is correct. And like I said, do the work for yourself, like you're saying actually, and don't just. I mean, it kind of seems because like the whole old cliche is like, you could live your life as far as like the Christianity goes and Jesus. Say, well, I can live my life doing wrong deeds, and right before I die, just say, please forgive me for my sins, and then I get to go to heaven, having lived a life of, you know, being corrupt or whatever. And I feel like, that's not, how could that be right? How could that be right? You know? And then I feel like there's people that only believe in Jesus because they want to be saved. Only believe in God because they want to be saved. It's not because they actually, I don't know. And I just don't want to just believe in Jesus. Just the fact that just in case I don't believe in Jesus, I might not get to go to heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to be the only reason that I say, okay, I'll believe, because I know in my heart I will still have questions about whether or not, Jesus was the Son of God or God Himself, like the Catholics believe. But I definitely believe in a Creator 100% wholeheartedly. So, that I never waver from, you know? And I believe when you do wrong, it's wrong. And, when you do the right things, you know, you you'll probably have a better life. You'll probably prosper more if you do the right things. But I just like bringing it back to my grandma, seeing her believe in Jesus and the Bible and being a proper Christian and still struggling. See, I do believe that too. I do believe that the kingdom is found inside of you, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and you know, you said do your own research. Well, what Bible, what Bible would you have me read, in your opinion, if you were, you know, haven't heard what I have to say and how I feel? What would be the proper Bible to read, in your opinion? Because I'm open to reading all types of scripture, whether it's, Catholic, Christianity, Muslim. I'll read it all, you know, just to see what it has to say. Not to believe in it, but to see what it has to say. Because why not? I believe in keeping an open mind and not being set in my ways, uh, and falling in traps. I guess snares. I feel like that's how people get. You know, that's how people get indoctrinated into cults and stuff like that, by believing wholeheartedly in something and not having an open mind and not questioning stuff. And I definitely struggle internally with that, because I feel like, I feel like it's against certain religion to question stuff. And I don't know, I guess I definitely, it's hard for me to, um, struggle with believing in whether or not I believe in Jesus, and because of the consequences, if they're right, the consequences are great. So it's definitely a struggle. It's definitely a struggle, and it's something I'm working on. And like I said, I'm open to hearing everybody's opinion about what they believe and what they think I should read. I'll do my own research. That's what I've always done. But I am definitely open to opinions. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like in Christianity, if you don't believe in Jesus, then your soul isn't saved, and so that's something I struggle with because I definitely believe Jesus was a person. I believe he existed. I believe what happened to him happened to him. You know, I don't know why, but I do believe in it, and I do believe it's possible that he was the Son of Man. But it's just 100%. I can't say that I believe in it, but I can say 100% I believe in a God and a Creator. So it's just a struggle I have because, you know, how do I know what's man written and what's not? But like I said, even the fact that you should only believe in one God is in the Bible, and that's written down by man. So I don't even know why I struggle with that fact, but I definitely, only believe in one God. I don't believe in different gods for different stuff. So I don't know. I believe God is connected to everything, but I also believe that He doesn't really interfere in our life as much as people would think. Yeah? So you believe in know yourself, from what I've gathered, more than know Jesus. So you would probably argue that knowing yourself has benefited you much better than if you would have sought Jesus. I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't know if that's what you're trying to say or not. But all of it is written by man. Fun fact: the angels that fell from heaven gave the women the ability to write, and also gave mankind makeup. Think about that. Those were devils, right? I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that necessarily. Why would it be a bad thing for women to know how to write, and to wear makeup? I don't know. Does the does the Bible say, is the Bible against makeup? Why can't they both have the power? You're saying that a man should be the like over a woman because women in the Bible, women came from man. So, well, I agree with that. Why would we need? I don't necessarily believe women need to wear makeup, but if they want to wear makeup, I don't. Tattoos are a different thing. For I still don't have a tattoo, and part of it is because I don't want to I've never found anything that I couldn't get like a poster of or a picture of, but there is definitely a part of it that I know you're not supposed to mark up your body. So like I said, I've always had religiousness, religious stuff inside me that's kind of like kept me from doing certain things, even like having a tattoo. Right. I mean, I don't know what to say about that because I definitely believe like. Hold on, let me see if the Bible's against makeup. I just gotta see. While many people of faith have varying opinions about whether people should or should not wear makeup or jewelry, God, I hate my voice. The Bible condemns makeup, nor the Bible never condemns makeup. Sorry, nor does it discuss them in detail at all. So it doesn't necessarily condemn makeup. Can Christians wear makeup? God does not expressly prohibit the use of makeup. Go ahead and find it, because like I said, I'm open to everything. Because this, I just Googled. Okay, I just Googled. Is the Bible against makeup? So, and then it said, can Christians wear makeup? But then again, we are talking about Google here, so I don't know. Can't believe everything you read on the internet. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in all that. I believe a man should be a leader as a man, but I'm not saying a woman couldn't be a leader, and you know, a woman couldn't write and wear makeup and be smart and do things that men do. I do believe there's traditional things that men are better at, like, or they're physically stronger. Men can, or women can get stronger than a man. There's a lot of weak men out there, so but traditionally, like, they're the ones that go hunting and fishing and are the protectors, and you know, like, women are better at being loving and caring to kids, and you know, like, I would definitely trust my kids with a woman before I trust them more with a man. You know, but you know if if there was like a dangerous situation and those kids needed protecting, then maybe I would rather them uh, be with the man. But it's not saying that a woman couldn't protect kids or anything. I just believe traditionally there's traditional roles that they're trying to kind of go get a, get rid of. Uh, I don't know why. I don't necessarily. If a woman wants to do like what men do, that's fine. But I don't think. I don't think. You know, women should be transitioning into men and then trying to fight men or vice versa. I don't think that should be going on. But if a person, if a person wants to do that, that's their life. Like, it goes back to what I was saying about, like, you're not supposed to. God gave us free will for a reason, and you're not supposed to like push your beliefs on somebody and get nasty with them. So if they choose to you know do go against the Bible or the Quran or anything, um, I won't get into a different, Muslim because I really don't know nothing about them. But let me read this real quick. Okay, I read it, but it doesn't. That is that the verse? Anyways, I don't know. Like I said, nothing against what people want to do. It's their life. They're the ones that have to live it. They're the ones that have to deal with the consequences if there be consequences. So, it's not up to me. Um, sometimes, sometimes I wish I was more steadfast in my ways, and sometimes I wish I was more, less restricted in my ways. Like there's times where I wanted to get a tattoo, but I stopped myself because I believed there was nothing important enough to go against, the fact that I'm marking my body, and the fact that I could always get like a poster or something of it. But sometimes if somebody wants to get like tatted up and everything, that's their choice. Sometimes I've seen people like tatted up and it looks cool, and I think good for them. Good that they're not worried about that. That they're able to do that and not feel guilty about it or feel wrong in any way about it. And other times I've seen people that are more religious and you know live in a I wouldn't say better, but a more religious life and set in their religious ways. And I wish you know that I could be more like that and stern in my ways. But I don't know. All right, is this it? All right, it's Enoch chapter 8, 1 through 3. Israel is introduced as a figure who teaches humans how to make weapons, jewelry, and other items. He also shows them how to beauty their eyes and eyelids and how to use precious. I don't know. I don't know what that's saying about against it. It was Azizel. Azizel. I said it wrong. Azazel. Was that was Azazel? Who? Let me look up who Azazel was. Is that a bad person in the Bible? Oh, you want me to read it? Okay. This is. Oh, okay. I figured he was. I figured he was like you know, a bad person or whatever. Not. So you. So yeah, it's all. Of course, this is all speculation and it's all whatever. But so, in the, I mean, without having to read it, you're pretty much saying that, like because he was a fallen watcher and he created and he told people how to do these things that it was wrong. Is that what is that what it says pretty much, or does it actually say, you know, I don't think it. I mean, I don't think. Let me just look it up. Okay, it says, and Azazel taught men to make swords and knives and shields and breastplates and make known to them the metals of the earth, and the art of working them in bracelets and ornaments, and the use of atomy, and the beautifying of the eyelids, and all kinds of costly stones and coloring tinctures, and there arose much godlessness. Yeah. And they committed fornication, and they were led astray, and became corrupt in all their ways. Zimjam, Zim, Zimzaza, I don't know, Zimjaza, taught enchantments and root cuttings, the resolving of enchantments, or I don't know these, Armoros, the resolving of enchantments, Barakajal. Next, huh. Why does it only give me one verse? That's weird. It only gave me one verse. Let me go to a different. I see what you're saying, though. Does. Alright. Alright, and there was great. Taught men to make swords, daggers, and shields, and breastplates, beautifying the eyelids and the most precious stones. There was all kinds of colored dyes, and there was great impiety and much fortification, and they strayed all in all their ways became corrupt. Taught all those who cast spells and cut roots the release of spells. I get what you're saying. You're saying that it's a sh sound? Okay. What is the sh sound? The, Imenshus Rock? I don't even know. I'll have to look it up more. I feel like a bit ignorant to this stuff, to be honest. I feel like it's a little over my head, if you know what I mean. You know, I really didn't plan on talking about all this stuff. Zimshaza? Zimshaza? Or Zimshaza. That's what you're saying? Well, now I know. I appreciate it. Like I said, I didn't plan to get into all this. I've been going for an hour and 19. I've only done live streams like 3 or 4 times. This is definitely my longest live stream. Uh, but it is Saturday, the Sabbath day. I did run across that verse that I thought, it was ironic, or what, it was crazy that I found the leaf in there, and that verse hit home. And I'll definitely have to study more of the Bible. That's crazy. I'm looking at this, and this Bible right here, if I could get it close enough, has a little pyramid on there. That's pretty crazy. I never noticed that. Does anybody know what that's for? You know what that's for? Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Like I said, I try to keep an open mind. One of the one things that sorry, I have a hard time talking sometimes. One of the things that terrifies me is being set in my ways too much and not having an open mind. I think it came from seeing my parents be the same for the last, 20 years. Well, I'm just saying, like, because people, say the pyramid, Illuminati, and all that stuff, and all that crap. Uh, Freemasons. Is that what is the pyramid? What is that about? Why is that on there? Do you know? Huh. From what I'm seeing, it's saying triangles or pyramids have long been associated with top-down government structure. To that end, there are biblical hints at future Jerusalem as capital of the world being described as such a manner. Various scriptures cite this future city of the world to come as a being like a mountain. Why is the pyramid on the Catholic? I'm trying to see why it's on this Bible. Do you know why it's on the Bible? If you're still there, Job, or not Job, Nubs. I'm guessing the pyramids on there probably because Egypt, that's probably why it's on there, and probably because of what they represent. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said, this is the longest live stream that I've done. I'm gonna get along with my day, and I'll definitely do this again. I also uh, I also have a video where, I just made signs like "Don't forget to smile," and I went and stood by the side of the road to try to lift people's spirits up. So if you want to check that out, it was my first time doing it, but I'll definitely do it again because I enjoyed doing that. Whether I record it or not, I don't know, but it definitely made me feel better. And ironically, you know, after I did that, I seen another guy up the street from my house holding a sign that said "Jesus saves," but he wasn't recording it or anything, and that's definitely the way to go because it feels weird recording it, but I just wanted to show people that you know and talk about homelessness. If you want to go watch the video, because uh, there's a lot of homeless people around where I live, everywhere, and so I wanted to talk about homelessness, and if you just watch the video, you'll understand what I mean, kind of, and without exploiting homeless people, because I would like to go and talk to them, but I don't want to exploit anybody. And there's a guy that I watch on YouTube called Peter Santinello, and he goes and interviews people all around the world and in the United States, like regular people, and I don't know, he's really inspiring, and it makes me want to, go interview people and talk to people, but I don't want to exploit anybody. If I was to talk to the homeless people, I would want to figure out, why they're out there, but also what could help them, you know, what they need to get off the streets, or what they think would help their situation, and not just exploit them. So I didn't in the video. I didn't film any homeless person. I just talked about it, and like I said, it felt great to hold positive signs, because they're used to seeing homeless people asking for money, and I figured it'd be nice to just hold up signs and let them see something positive for a change, because I know it hurts me when I see a homeless person and I can't help them, or I don't have any money on me, or you know I just wanted to show some positive stuff to people, and it really there was a good part of the video in the beginning that a good part of the day that we didn't even record because it just didn't feel right. It was, like I said, it was my first time trying to do it, and it felt better to do it without the recording it. It just felt like pure, and just all around better. And when you get people honking at you and stuff like that, it's awesome. But to try to, because that could make somebody's day. It all started with because I watched this show. I know it's a great like um, I don't know. It's really different from what we're talking about, but the Trailer Park Boys, and I wanted to make quotes from the show and just stand by the road, and my girl said, "Well, that would probably make people's day," and then I was like, "Well, I'm definitely doing it then." But then it didn't feel right doing that for some reasons, and I thought, well, if I just do it with pure intentions and create positive messages, because not everybody will understand the quotes from the show or whatnot, then I'll feel better about it. And it just felt like the right thing to do. So I didn't end up doing stuff in the show. I ended up just creating my own positive messages. And it's funny because I misspelled the word breathe. And well, my girl was writing it, and she actually accidentally like wrote something in the wrong place, and I fixed it. So when I fixed it, I forgot to write the E on the word breathe. So the whole time I was out there uh, holding a sign that said just breathe. That was misspelled. So it said just breath. So it was, that was pretty embarrassing. But it still felt good because the whole time I didn't know that. It was only until I got home and I was uploading the video that I was like, oh my, like I misspelled the word breathe. But anyways, yeah, I encourage people to do that if you guys want to do that. Like I said, it made me feel good. Selfishly, it did make me feel good. But that could change somebody's day. They could be having a really hard day, and the fact that maybe I changed people's day, it's just a good feeling. I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm starting to feel weird. But y'all have a great day. It's a crazy world out there. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Hit the subscribe button. If you're watching this after the fact, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. I'm gonna end the stream, but y'all take care. I enjoyed talking to you. If you're still there, Nums, I enjoyed you guys chatting along with me. It definitely makes it less awkward. And yeah, just stay safe out there. Peace.